Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel, and today is a special date. Why? Because we're the 14th of October 2024, and that is exactly 1 year to the end of support of Windows 10. So that's it. We're at the last year. Just incredible, eh? I know some of you were with me, waiting, excited that Windows 10 being a new operating system back in July of 2015. July 29th, 2015. Pretty incredible. And we were waiting for this new thing called Windows 10, given to us free if we were on Windows 7 and Windows 8. And of course, the majority of people got it through new PCs for the most part. And it had its up and downs, of course, over the years. There were some interesting things that happened. There was excitement at some point. I was excited in some parts of that era where Microsoft would do its keynotes that we would watch with new devices. It was still Windows Phone time, if some of you had that. It seemed the future of Windows was interesting. Was marked with excitement, and for a long time with Windows 10, for a long time Windows was Windows, but for a long time we didn't have the excitement Windows 10 did bring. A lot of Windows 11 haters don't realize that there was a lot of Windows 10 haters back in the day, and now it's entered the mainstream as one of the best Windows ever. It had its things about people not comfortable with telemetry, for example, signing in with a Microsoft account to use all the features. It is the first real operating system that would ask you to sign in into a Microsoft account for the purpose of synchronizing data between Windows 10 machines, which I love. I don't care using a Microsoft account personally. I love the fact that it synchronizes everything between my PCs, and this is such an amazing feature. Of course, change and updates. And I see people say, "Oh, Windows 7 was the best." It's not. When compared to Windows 10, now it is so crappy in so many ways, especially with its Windows updates that are, an antique way of doing things, where cumulative updates, although not perfect, improved Windows Update greatly. Of course, Microsoft, for some weird reason, because they were the only one out there wanting to do that, thought that we would update our systems 2-3 times a year with new updates that had new features, and nobody does that. Android has a once-a-year update, Mac OS once-a-year update, iOS, that's a once-a-year update. It's enough. We don't need more than that. For some people, we don't even need that. It's just incredible when you think about it, the way that, all of that was happening back then. And it's incredible to think that now, today, we are at 1 year, the last one of Windows 10. A lot of people are there. Hundreds of millions of people are still there. Windows 11 has now reached, about a third of all the PCs out there. But at 1 year, we've never had an operating system that was so high in the market share. Even Windows 7 in the last year was much lower than this. And of course, lots of things have to do with Windows 11's minimum requirements, has to do with all sorts of things, like we called recall feature and all of that so many people are going crazy about. Very interesting. Where it's going to be interesting is to see where we're going to be at October 14, 2025, which will be the last Patch Tuesday updates. What will be the market share of Windows at that point? And a couple of months or a month or two before we should have an announcement of the pricing for consumer of extended updates. See a lot of people saying, well, they already talked about it. No, the pricing that we see is for enterprise. Consumer, they did say that consumer prices for extended updates will be announced only at the last minute. And I guess that wait to the last minute is for two reasons. One, to try to make sure that people move on to Windows 11 if possible, but also maybe to see what's going to be the market share, and they might actually make that pricing depending on how many people are left. So last year, I have a question if you want to post it. What are some of the highlights, key moments, or things that you would like to share about using Windows 10 and the fact that we're at the last year of support? If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.